What's up, everybody? Michael Freehawk here with you. I felt the need to post a video, which I rarely do, but I felt this needed a little bit of attention, and it has to do with the situation going on in Brazil right now, which is the Amazon rainforest to be exact. The fires. Why is this happening? A lot of people are starting to chime in on the reason, the agenda, what's really going on. So, I posted something earlier on Facebook today, and it had to do with what I believe is the root reason for what we're seeing with these fires in the Amazon. So it has to do with, yes, it's multifaceted. Let me just start with that. It is multifaceted like any other agenda that we see. A lot of things, a lot of moving parts are going on at one time. And sometimes it's not any one thing. So multiple people, multiple opinions can be correct. Now, I've heard everything from, these fires are going to speed up our global climate issue. And then I also hear, this is what happens to land, the earth, when people consume meat. And that's attributed to the controlled burns that they are claiming the government and other facets are burning the land for. We've had things like that happen in California, and I've been vocal about that, that there's an agenda behind the burns. Some people talk about Agenda 21 and just many other related aspects of corruption to get that land away. And, it's no secret that the indigenous of Brazil, the Amazon, have been fighting battles to protect that land for a very, very long time. And what I find interesting is that through some hours of research today, what I posted on Facebook, and I'll go ahead and pull something up that I would like to read to you. First, my actual post, if you haven't already seen it. This was my post pretty much in a nutshell. After doing hours of research, I believe the root and multifaceted issue currently happening in the Amazon rainforest is tied to this quote. And this is a quote that I found in an article in Energy and Capital. So I quote from that article: Apple is investing in it. Samsung has more than 200 patents using it. And the market is about to triple. So let me introduce you to graphene. This super strong material is 200 times stronger than steel and 100 times stronger than diamonds. It has almost unlimited potential. You need to invest in it right now. But first, you need to read our free report called The World's Next Rare Earth Metal, Your Guide to Graphene Investments. And yes, graphene is found in the Amazon rainforest. So if you're familiar with the movie Avatar, and every example of corporations against Mother Earth and our indigenous family members, you now may start to understand what is actually taking place in Brazil in the Amazon rainforest. So why I came on here is I believe that's what's going on. You can have your opinions about, meat eating and that land that's going to burn or is burning is going to be for cattle. So it can be food for human beings. That may be a result of it, but I don't think that is the reason for this. I think it goes much deeper than that, and it goes about as deep as this earth metal goes. So, President of Brazil, President Bolsonaro, before he was even president, he was very interested. And there was a Bloomberg report, Bloomberg.com is where you can find that article. He basically states that he's very interested in that 1.7 billion acres of rainforest in the heart of South America to unleash the mining potential of graphene and other things. So basically we're seeing the continued raping and pillaging of Mother Earth at the expense of everybody who resides upon this planet, and namely the indigenous cultures that reside there and anchor in that wisdom and that energy that we all benefit from, not to mention this region of the planet is the lungs of our breath. It's what we breathe. It's what allows us to live. And this is a very old game. And I try to let people know, because I get the question a lot. Well, Michael, why would anybody want to do this? Why would they want to burn the land? They want to rape and pillage the earth. Well, they've been doing it forever, number one. And these things are done by individuals that are crazy. And then I get the question, well, Michael, why would anybody have an agenda that ruins the air, ruins the food, the water we drink? Why would they do that? Because they reside on this planet too. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they ruin the very planet that they inhabit as well? Well, my answer for that is that they don't think like you and I. I would even go so far as to say they're not human. They're not about love. They're not about peace and joy and happiness like you and I are. They're about money. They're about greed, control. And really, they don't care about this planet or your family, your children, their future. They don't care. And a lot of the tragedies that we've seen, not only in this country and other countries over the years, many that were during wartime. September of This mentality doesn't care. And they don't give a damn about you or anybody else but themselves. So I think it's very important to remember that. And I suggest that the people who ask the questions on why would they do that? Doesn't make any sense. They live here too. I would invite you to keep that energy and that love for yourself and your loved ones, and not spend it on trying to figure out these insane individuals, because you'll never, ever figure it out why they do what they do, other than the reasons that I gave earlier. Money, greed, power, control. So really, with that said, we are at a point of extinction when areas like the rainforest are under attack. And they are under attack. I want to be very clear about that. This is intentional, and it's time that our brothers and sisters all around this country, this planet, come together, love one another, and whatever belief system you have, whatever your connection to source, all that is, I would advise to meditate, to pray, and to start tapping in to that love and that source energy from within. I hate to call it a battle because I don't like to fight fire with fire. I like to create a different way rather than going head to head, toe to toe with these type of entities. So that's why I ask you to start bringing about some change from within yourself and encouraging that in others. Everything is energy. You know that. We need to start tipping the scales from a different perspective. Not violence, not bombs. I understand the need to protest and to be heard. But at this point on the cusp of 2020, I can say that a lot of us have done that already. And we find ourselves where we find ourselves. It's time to come at this from a different perspective. I know some of you are going to say, you know what, Michael, that just isn't going to do it. These guys are out there burning, raping, and pillaging, and we're just going to sit at home with our eyes closed? I understand. But my answer to that is an emphatic yes. We need to change the way we do this. And I don't think we've done this enough. Meditate, prayer, doing it collectively and consistently. This is not about praying and saying, oh, please, universe, please, God, please change these things right now. And when something doesn't happen the way that you want it to, you go, ah, didn't work. I tried once, didn't work. We're at the point where we must become that. It's not the first time you've heard that. It's not going to be the last. It's time we become that feeling. So I ask you, take this fight, if you want to call it a fight. Take it inside. Take it in here. And feel the feelings of peace, love, joy. And let's tip those scales, because they're tipping the wrong way right now. It's time we get involved, you guys. So with that said, let's get together under the same roof, under the same time of day. Let's have mass meditations. Let's coordinate times. And let's just do this. We're being asked to get involved. Can't sit on the sidelines anymore, you guys. We can't. Time is now. Feel free to send me a message, anything. Because, when you talk about these things, people go, how do we do this thing? I don't understand. But let's talk about it. Let's open that dialogue. Let's open our hearts. Open our connection to Source. It's time to get involved. All right. That's all I got. Everybody enjoy your Friday evening. We can make a difference, remember that. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.